Hey everybody, call me Félix, and it's not every day when we in this podunk province of Ilocos Norte get what the cool kids in Metro Manila get. But alas, a new trendy all-you-can-eat samgyupsal joint steering a craze all over the Philippines has opened to us, Romantic Baboy. This new unli Korean barbecue place offers all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue as in 8 cuts of premium pork and beef for only 499 pesos or about 10 US dollars. You also get 6 kinds of banchan or side dishes, cheese dip, rice and soup on an unlimited basis included in the deal. Filmed just a week removed from its soft opening at Robinsons Ilocos Place Mall in San Nicolas, we're trying out Romantic Baboy at its cleanest and presumably on its best first impression. Does it live up to the hype? Keep on watching to find out. Okay, we've waited 45 minutes to 1 hour in line. See what the fuss is about. Might as well dig into the banchan before barbecue arrives. This is some scallion salad. It's like it has some chili oil and such. The scallions are nicely crisp, fresh, got a nice snap. And the onion flavor is not too sharp, it's not overbearing. And the chili oil gets a nice sweetness, not really spicy, just like a smoky sweet spice, what I could say about that. And this is what looks to be some lettuce and some Thousand Island dressing. I don't know what Koreans, I love this stuff about lettuce and Thousand Island dressing. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good balance to what you're eating. Fresh lettuce, snappy lettuce. And the Thousand Island dressing is not too sweet. Usually Thousand Island dressing that I find too sweet, I find it revolting. Let's try that kimchi out. I like the consistency of the sauce. It's not too saucy, not too thick. Just like a slight gravy sort of consistency. Nice little twang, acidity that's there. Pizza palate refreshed. Let's try out some fish cake. Blimey. Okay. Fish cake. That's a nice, coarse texture. A little too coarse for my liking. Doesn't taste really fishy, just a little bit. It tastes a little sugary, sweet note at the end too. Not bad. Now time for some japchae. Or japchae, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm finding that sesame oil a little too light. Noodles, not as bouncy as I like them to be. That's all right. So I find the fish cake is fine. The japchae is fine. That tastes like McDonald's. I like the scallion salad the best, and the kimchi is pretty good. But of course, once you eat it with the meat, it makes a lot more sense. Okay, so what's been steaming away here is a steamed egg on the side here. So they put steamed egg. This side they put cheese, I think, and then some gamchunk sauce on that side, if I'm not mistaken. And there's all your dipping sauces right there. Now I have a piece of paper in my wallet that basically says that I should not have any sort of, I shouldn't cook at all. So, henceforth, this is the reason why I'm not grilling. So I think this is some spicy beef, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks like regular bulgogi on that side. And by the way, you get unlimited rice here, which I've always said and always maintain in any buffet situation, rice is for losers. Say it with me again, rice is for losers. Okay. Generally, as a rule, The samgyupsal, you should never wear your nicest clothes. And here's the reason why, because the smoke is getting in my eyes.
Yeah.
Alright, the first thing we got is spicy beef. Spicy beef. Based off that, I don't think it's really spicy. It just has like a little bit of a sweet note from the chili, from the gochujang. But I really like the beef sweetness that's intact. But I'm really not getting any real heat there. Okay, time to try the sauce is out. I don't know what this is, to be honest with you. That tastes kind of like a peanut satay sort of sauce. Almost like a clash between peanut satay and bean paste. And then when you dip it in there, it overtakes kind of like that. It pairs well, but I'm just saying it overtakes any sort of note or detection that there was any spice in that. I think some of that's other sauce, whatever it is. It's just a simple sesame oil dressing there. Also pairs well with the beef. Regular bulgogi, no sauce. That regular bulgogi is a little under-seasoned for my liking. I mean, the cut of the beef is really good. The natural beef sweetness is there. I think I would rather get the spicy beef, if truth be told. Or what you could do, I guess, is just dip this in the most menacing looking red sauce on the table. That's all rice is useful for. Putting on, dabbing on top of your rice. So I'm a little underwhelmed by the spice level, unfortunately. I like the cut of the beef, the freshness of the beef. I like the natural sweetness of the beef. Spicy beef I really like, except for the fact that it doesn't have any punch whatsoever. And I think that tastes more to the spirit of regular bulgogi. And then this regular bulgogi, a little under-seasoned for my liking. Alright, second round. We have this beautiful herb samgyupsal. And you can see how thick cut that is. Now this takes a little longer to cook. So, and it has a lot of fat content to render, as you can see there. So I think the pork neck over here will tide us over for a bit, but it will take up quite a bit of space. So we're just going for this really fatty, herbaceous cut of pork belly.
Ano na ro din?
Nag-klase mo na?
Nagkamanganin?
Kalbasig na nag-klase.
Then comes that pork neck, which kind of looks like... Hey, well, I'm tempted to say hamoni vertigo, but it's not. Yeah, very thin slices of pork neck. Almost looks like a cross between prosciutto and bacon. I sampled a bit of the cheese. To me, it just tastes like... It's neutral tasting, which is good, because you need a neutral tasting cheese to stand up to the meat, right? Or not to overtake the quality of the meat, or the taste of the meat. But it's kind of has that slight... You know, like Kraft cheddar that comes in a can? There's a slight note that reminds me of that. I don't know how off-putting that is to you, but I'll leave that out there for you to decide. Alright, try some of that pork neck. Just imagine like bacon that tastes extra buttery. That's what that is. Alright, so that's our herb samgyupsal. And some tender juicy pork right there, that's samgyupsal. I don't really get too much of the herbs, to be honest with you. And I guess they just really accentuate the juiciness and tenderness of that pork. Ah, poor dad. He made himself a sacrificial victim. He's only eating at, what time is it? 1:02. We were here at 11:30. Yeah, yikes. This is a good time to try the steamed egg. Okay. That looks plenty steamed. A nice char on the bottom. I think this is overcooked a little bit because of the brownness on the bottom. Kind of reminds me of like a potato skin on the bottom. The creaminess has kind of just been cooked off, as it were. And then just became kind of... I guess if I put it in some sauce, it'll revive it a bit. Okay, it's been a few minutes since cooking, or 10 minutes more like, and I did not pay attention to what is what, or what cut is what, or what is the what, the why, and the where, and the when. Yeah. So I think this is the pork rib. Nice piece of fat there hanging off. Just like that. I'm gonna sully this with sauce just a little bit. Make gimbap out of it. Like so. I don't really agree with the cut of the lettuce. I like that they're a bit dainty. As far as, you don't have to pack it in like a burrito. But I would like it a little bit larger so I can fit my big hunk of meat in there. By the way, I put scallion salad, the kimchi, in that gimbap. It works wonderfully. I'm finding the meat on itself is under seasoned, but once you pair it off with the banchan or the lettuce, I think it's fine. I think this is the leaner pork neck. And because I learned that it's a little under seasoned, you just gotta go everywhere. Ram the horn. I mean, I'm not saying that the meat is bad. In fact, I'm saying it's really good. It's really tender, it's juicy. But for me, it lacks a little something something. Get some of the chili in there as well. Okay. Alright, round 4. I think this is the super thin pork belly. And that's the encore of the spicy beef under the scissor. They don't have curry beef, so I can't review that part. So we got 7 of the 8 meats. Alright, time to get some thin pork belly. Round 4. I am nowhere near even half full right now. So this does not bode well for these people as far as those waiting outside in the restaurant. That's as super gimbap as I get. For me, the combination really is the kimchi, the scallion salad, and that lettuce, and then that pork belly pretty much crisped to bacon. And I put some cheese in that, I forget. But yeah, it's pretty dang good. Again, I always keep saying it, the meat's just under seasoned, unfortunately, but that's why you have all these other banchan for, all the other condiments for. I mean, that's my one criticism, I guess. And then the second one, they don't really have the spicy stuff that really packs a punch with the sauces and with the spicy beef. And this is the rest of the steamed egg. And that steamed egg, I was saying, it kind of tasted like McDonald's, like it's like a potato skin that has been like fried in McDonald's lard, like the old time recipe, but not greasy because it's been steamed. And there's some saltiness to that bite, and then for that egg. It's a little bit much, but I think everything's a balance. And yeah, I'm eating my rice apparently, which is pretty dang good as well. So I didn't realize you could get soup here. This gochujang jjigae. I think I see the gochujang part, but I don't see the jjigae as far as it being chunky, which kind of makes sense. It's not meant to be chunky because it's not meant to bog you down. And you got some bits of beef, I guess, beef fat, like some zucchini. Alright, let's give this a go. See how refreshing this is. Yeah, it's mainly just refreshing broth. Kind of just tastes watery. It's meant just to be a refresher after all, with some pieces of meat. Just a hint of spice at the end. So if you get bored of barbecue, I guess you can get some of the soup just to refresh your palate a little bit. Now I've got bad news for the company across from here. They're full after 4 rounds. I barely got into second gear. So I'm the only one at the table that came to fight today. This round 5. Herb samgyupsal. And of course, because I can't cook, they gotta cook for me. Alright, round 5, and yours truly forgot that this massive pork chop is supposed to take a long time to cook. So either that's a good thing, as far as saving time for your stomach to make room, or you just get full really quick. Right now, I can still fight. Alright, it's time for beef brisket. You know, I can hardly tell this is beef brisket because I usually don't see it cut very thin like that. I just put it in the saute bean paste thingy. I guess I'm gonna sound like a broken record. That beef brisket, like a lot of the other beef other than the spicy beef, a little under seasoned. Where am I on? Round 5, round 6, something like that. I wish they had a sufficiently spicy sauce, which they don't. Which is a bit sad and a bit worthy of bemoaning, to be honest. Okay, I correct myself with the herb samgyupsal. This too is under seasoned. So spicy beef is correctly seasoned but lacks spice. All the other meat, juicy, tender, just like the spicy beef, but lacking the flavor that you must surround with other things. And then the sauces are a little too light tasting for my liking. We're on round 666. Well, not quite, but round 6 it is, of spicy beef, which doesn't have any real spice. Nope. This is how we're killing the time because apparently the whole town of Pidig wanted to come over, and that's why we were really fashionably late, and why it took almost an hour for us to get seated, and we were all broke up in fragments, and we can only have 3 to a table. So this is how we're killing time, eating some more food until they finish. I don't know if you heard that, but that's the 6th and last round. Auntie's got tired of cooking because, you know, I don't cook my own food because, you know, I have a piece of paper that says you cannot cook your own piece of food because you... Yeah, Dad knows about that piece of paper that I keep. Anyway, this is the last thing down the hatch. And look at that, I'm almost done with my rice. So when I said rice is for losers, here's the thing. Always save your rice at the end. So like when you're sure you have room, do it. Now here's the thing. You have to finish all your meat, otherwise they fine you for that. Okay. So some final thoughts on this place. Romantic Baboy, which is just open for only a week up here in Ilocos Norte in this Podunk province. Oh, I said that out loud. podunk place. All the meat is really good, except that two big criticisms. I don't know if it's big or small. I guess the biggest thing is that it's under seasoned. Most of the meat is under seasoned except the spicy beef. But the spicy beef doesn't have any real spice at all. So, that's the number two thing. Not enough spice in that spicy beef. There's not even a spicy sauce out of the lot here. And then the banchan, I like the kimchi, I like the scallion salad. I think the other things I could live without. A japchae could be more al dente. I guess those are minor nitpicks just because, you know, it's banchan, for crying out loud. They're supposed to refresh the palate. It's like someone said to me, didn't you get the memo? Like, you're supposed to have all that stuff to be under seasoned because otherwise, how can you eat all that meat, right? But, you know, but being technical about things, I'm technically nitpicky. That's what you do. And anyway, everybody's left except me and Dad. Yeah, cheers indeed. So, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Better yet, if you can subscribe, awesome. And till the next time, remember, Empire never ended. Oh, and P.S. It's dawned on me how much I want some ice cream now.